How much time we got? All right, so I'm gonna set the stage on this one. I came in, we're doing some filming tomorrow for one of my sponsors, and we literally have like an hour and a half to fish. We got permission from this lady right here to fish on her probably 40, no, not 40, 10, 12 acre lake, pond, whatever you want to call it. Never been here, don't know nothing about it, obviously. The goal, I mean, I would think like you guys probably would, you ought to catch one on a private pond. Can you catch a 4-pounder? Can we catch a 4-pounder? It is 1:51 and we have 60 minutes to catch a 4-pounder. I got 5 or 6 rods up there. I can tell now we're already going to have to make a bait switch, but yeah, we'll see if we can catch a 4-pounder. So water temperature is creeping down. Looks like it's going to land somewhere in the high 60s. Wind's blowing Mach. That's 40. That's above 40. You know, it ought to be. They ought to be on the bank. I mean, one thing that you have to know: these smaller lakes, they always spawn way earlier than you know, a lot of the bigger lakes. So I'm thinking that maybe the spawn might even be done. You know, we're looking for some fry, any kind of hint to tell us what's going on. You know, kind of look for some beds, maybe some old beds, see what the stage is. Yeah, I just picked up a pad crasher here just to kind of see. I know it's windy, but the water's clear. It's pretty, I mean, it's pretty good looking water, honestly. So picked up a pad crasher just to see if I could get a bite. And it looks like there's beds everywhere. And I don't know if this place has crappie in it or not, but that's one thing as a kid and I mean, other than just like farm ponds, and even, you know, me fishing professionally, I can count on 3 maybe private places that I've ever fished, you know, that you would think would be good. I mean, this is pretty small, but just never done a lot of it. My philosophy always was, if it didn't help me in a tournament, why go? But like today, we just didn't have enough time. There was a lake 30 minutes away and we just didn't have time. So we wanted to catch some fish or try to catch one. You know, this water's pretty clear. I'm actually kind of debating on just going to like a swim jig or something. It's pretty clear. But yeah, like as far as my spinnerbait line, like the coverts, the JC Special is kind of the one I use for that. That was a bite. For that pretty clear water. That's why I immediately sat down and tied it. That's what one looks like, but he's not 4 pounds by any means. I always look at the, you know, like the first one I catch, every fish I catch, and just, they'll give you a lot of clues. Like this fish is he's spawned. He's just beat up. Just an old male. Same size. I thought for like 1/2 of a second it was going to be the 4-pounder, but hit it like a 4-pounder. Water temperature's finally settled down. 68. These fish are probably done spawning. So probably fish these trees out here in the middle. It's always just like you have a line of trees here and everything looks the same, and then you have one that sits out there by itself. That's usually where you'll catch a good one, because he gets out there and wants to own his tree, his own place. Running out of time. That's how the day's going. I have never in my life got a hold of a meaner fish. That dude hit and was over there and then over there and then by the boat. I don't think I ever even got a hook in it. This is how the day's been. I mean, the day, like from starting and you spill your coffee in the truck to just one of them days. How much time we got? This is a 4-pounder if we can just get him in. You talk about smoking a frog. I think she'll go 4. Barely. Ate it. Like choked it. I think that's what it is. You just, like, usually on this pond stuff, and you gotta do stuff that they normally don't see. That is a giant. As they spawned out. Great big one. By 6 minutes. Thank you, we won. I won. You know, this is kind of like the Elite Series. I mean, we gave ourselves an hour, and there's a lot of times in the Elite Series when you have an hour left or 30 minutes left or even a whole tournament day. You know, you didn't have a good practice and you don't have enough time to try everything. And I'm not a guy to try a lot of stuff anyway, but you know, I laid 3 or 4 rods on the deck that after seeing the water that I had the most confidence in. And that happens so much tournament fishing. I mean, guys will ask me, I mean, if I've been asked one question more than any other, it's what's your favorite bait, or what's the best bait here? It's the bait that I have the most confidence in, and at that time, you know, and it's weird. There'll be a year that I'll have a lot of confidence in a spinnerbait, and the next year it'll be a frog, or vice versa. It changes. But the best bait to have in your hand is the one that you have the most confidence in. Last cast. Well, that's time. We're done. We got us one over 4 pounds, so now we get to go to work. Thanks for riding along.